Ladies and gentlemen, for the first time in over 20 weeks, I brought joy into my life by the team I thought would never bring me happiness again. John Harbaugh is the coach of the New York Giants. And don't worry, Giants fans who have never seen a Super Bowl or who were born past 2006 and were too young to experience it. It's coming soon, I promise you. The night is darkest just before the dawn. And John Harbaugh is here. But you know who's not here? The Rangers being good because they stink. The Knicks are in a rut. The Jets stink. Quarterbacks are going back to college to avoid them. And my voice is gone. But you still got ValleySportsPod. We are going to recap the wildcard weekend, preview divisional weekend. And we got a special guest today. So stay tuned. So sit back, strap in, take a ride with us through the valley.
And when all is ready, Nick, flip that switch.
What is happening, everyone? Welcome back to ValleySportsPod. It is episode 23, and there's only one person in the history of sports we can call it after the Michael Jordan episode. My name is George, but you already know that. To my right is Tim.
But you already know that.
And, of course, behind the cam, we got Nick. Nick, are you as happy as I am today?
I'm pretty happy.
I also got another reason I'm happy. I had a special delivery a couple days ago. Timmy, your Reapers have arrived. And for those of you who have been asking, where is the Reaper challenge? We're not doing it today. I'm just holding it over him just to loom the incoming thing like a train.
The existential dread.
The existential dread.
Building.
It will be coming
Slow
soon.
burn.
We're working on doing an episode probably around early February. So stay tuned. Make sure you like, subscribe, and follow at ValleySportsPod. It's going to be a good one. I'm telling you.
It's as long as I'm alive for my anniversary.
I promise you you're alive. I promise you will be alive.
Got plans for the 3 years.
Yeah. Anything good?
Yeah, going into the city, restaurant, and staying over.
I like it. I like it. As you can tell, my voice is gone. I was a little under the weather, but feeling good enough to do an episode today. Of course, I mentioned in the intro, the cold open. We had a special guest today. So we are going to move the camera, bring them in, and introduce them. They're Ravens fans, so you're going to love their reaction to Johnny H. and Monk and the boys coming to New York to the Big Blue. So stay tuned. All right, ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, we got the new camera angle ready to go, and we got a very special guest, the creator, the inspirer, the entrepreneur of Talking About It Pod, my good friend Tyler from the University of Tennessee. What is happening today, Tyler?
What an introduction that was from the University of Tennessee. Usually, I feel like when you're hyping someone up to come on your show, you make it seem like Bruce Buffer-esque, where you're like, coming in from Maryland, wherever the hell he lives, Tyler.
Fighting out of the red corner.
I personally, if that was the effort that Jake or any of my co-hosts had on my show, I would make them do it again. So, George, I'm not going to lie. I was expecting more energy out of you because you brought it when you were on our show last week. But I'll do my role and I'll bring the energy to you guys. But once again, thank you guys for having me on. I'm very excited to talk some NFL football with some ball knowers.
Of course.
Yeah, baby.
We are excited because I think now we are at probably the best 2 weeks every single year in the NFL. Divisional round and the championship weekend are always my two favorite parts because I feel like those are always the best games of the year most of the time. Now, we were on track to having the greatest wild card weekend in history until the Patriots game and the Texans game happened. But I think I might have jinxed myself when I texted, wow, every single game has been a 10 out of 10 as the Eagles game finished.
Yeah. I think it might be, I don't know if I'd say the greatest wild card weekend we've had. Definitely in terms of super wild card that they've done the past few years, this is the one. Even though 2021 was pretty good too. But I have always preferred wild card weekend to the other rounds because I think that it's really can change something up because, you could get like the team that has the losing record, but won their division go on and then, all that. And it's just such like shootouts a lot of the time, I feel like. I always circle back to my favorite wild card game of all time, Green Bay versus Arizona in, what was that, George?
2010.
Wow, Green Bay, Arizona, I
Excuse me,
feel
2009.
super young.
2009. That was the famous third play of overtime, sack fumble for touchdown.
Thought it was the first
a game,
play of overtime.
a game where defense
Was non-existent.
non-existence won the game.
Yeah, ended on a defensive play.
But
Tripping,
You know,
tripping
that
touchdown.
that game that you guys are talking about, like, not obviously they didn't score as many points, but that Rams-Chiefs game from what, like 2019 or whenever it was, the one that was in the
oh yeah,
old
2018.
stadium.
That was
Yeah,
wild.
2018. That game was one of those ones where it's like the defense is playing really well because they're getting a lot of turnovers, but when they're not getting turnovers, they're driving down the field and they're scoring a touchdown. And
Yeah.
those are, in my opinion, the most exciting NFL games because you have so many lead changes, you have so many exciting plays. I mean, that fumble 6 that the Chiefs had, it's like there was always excitement in that game, and I feel like this wild card weekend kind of followed that blueprint in a way. I mean, I feel like there were a lot of turnovers, especially in the Saturday games between the Panthers and Rams, and then the Packers and Bears. So many turnovers, and they resulted in points. So I'm all for it. I'm 1,000% agree with you guys. This probably was best wild card weekend since 2021. That was when the Cowboys played the Bucks.
Yeah,
And,
and the Bengals went to the Super Bowl.
Yep.
Oh God, don't remind me of that. You see the background right
Oh,
there.
yeah.
You know who we're rocking with. I'm sure we'll talk about that whole situation later.
So I wanted to start with the first game we were excited for. I was so happy because I think this was the game of the week. Soldier Field. The Bears hosted the Boogeyman, the team we all picked, the Packers, because of what happened in the first half. They were shooting themselves in the foot. Ben Johnson was going for it in his own territory, throwing away the game. And then, what did I say in the group chat, Timmy? Lie bet the Bears because the Packers are incapable of keeping their foot on the pedal unless it's the Dallas Cowboys. And lo and behold, it's exactly what happened. The Bears pulled up one of the greatest comebacks I've ever seen in playoff history. Even though Caleb didn't play that amazing, he had a 53% completion percentage.
He still, though.
He made the plays.
Yeah.
He made the plays he needed to. And what a hell of a win. And now the sky's the limit for this team because honestly, I couldn't see them beating the Eagles.
Why don't you think they wouldn't have beaten the Eagles? That game would have been in Chicago, and they already won in Philly.
Hold on 1 second.
I got him here, Tim. I got him.
No, you don't got me. Relax.
Oh,
yes,
no,
the Rams.
I know I got him.
The Rams. So my thing was, if the Eagles would have won this week, or I guess this past week, it's to the point where we all were saying, are they going to figure it out? Are they going to finally figure it out? And if they were going to win this game, it's because they figured it out. That the offense finally came together. And I think the experience of the Eagles would have been too much for the Bears. And I think the Bears would have went into Chicago and took care of them. However, and then I think the wheels would have fell off against the Rams the next week, who I think would have been playing against them in the NFC Championship. But the whole bracket's been turned upside down. We have the Rams and the Bears this week, and then it's the Niners and the Seahawks, a rematch. But I'm excited for the Bears because, again, I feel like a broken record every week. The sky is the limit for this team. They're playing with house money. You didn't expect them to go this far on their first season with their new coach, second-year quarterback, a team that's just looks really put together and like plays together. They have disciplined. Their line is great. Their defense, while isn't that amazing, they commit the plays they need to make. They get the stops when they need to.
The clutch factor.
Like you could tell, like even though the Bears defense ranking-wise isn't that great, when they needed the stops, like say when they were down 7 or whatever, they got the Packers to go 3 and out instantly. And it's just like when you have a team like that it feels confident, they're very dangerous.
I mean, young too. They don't have that experience factor yet. I know we always say that, but it's almost like a good thing for them, I think, because they are willing to take more risk. And in the new NFL, you are supposed to take more risk, even though I think going for it on 4th down has become far too common. I still think because they'll be in Chicago, right?
Yeah. It's supposed to be cold.
Honestly, I'd be shocked if the Bears.
We saw a statistic about Matthew Stafford, and it was like in his career, Stafford was 1-9 and he has a 54% completion rate with a passer rating around 76 in games that are colder than 30 degrees. And that sounds like a crazy statement, but he's played in a dome his whole career. And I genuinely don't remember the last time Matthew Stafford won a game like on the road in like December somewhere up north, like whether that being in Buffalo or Baltimore. Or Stafford just doesn't pull it out. I don't know what it is. Tua Tagovailoa has the same exact thing. Some guys just aren't built for the cold. Now we're talking about Matthew Stafford here, a guy that, with an MVP and with a Super Bowl, and both those are looking quite likely right now to top 10 quarterback of all time. That's a conversation for another day. But, I mean, some quarterbacks just struggle in the cold. And Matthew Stafford, I mean, he's a tremendous player, but it's like, this game's cold. I'm taking the team that has, 2 power backs that can, run the ball, flip on the play action, get downfield with Burden and all their weapons. Colson Loveland's been balling. This is a Bears team that, if this game is cold and George, it is looking likely for it to be, I kind of like the Bears. Now, I'm saying that kind of like protecting myself here. I kind of like the Bears. I'm not going to come out and say I'm going to take the Bears to win, because that it's just hard to pick one of those sides, because both teams, Timmy, like you said, the Bears they're getting hot at the right time. They're super disciplined, but so are the Rams. It's a Sean McVay-led team. So I feel like whichever team makes some more mistakes is going to lose that game. And Caleb's got to play 4 quarters. He can't just play one like he did last Saturday.
Yeah, I don't think Caleb's going to be able to do that.
No.
I think the Rams are going to kind of expose the Bears.
I think this is what I'll say about it, because you're giving up all the stats about Stafford not being good in the cold, and
Timmy doesn't like stats.
Nick knows. I hate
Timmy's a big eye test guy. He's a big eye test guy. If you pass the Timmy test, you're good in his opinion.
I remember one time I gave him this stat about I don't know. Do you watch a lot of hockey, Tyler?
Mahomes, I thought.
No, it was about.
Is it the Panthers one?
Oh, I know.
I gave him this stat about the Florida Panthers under this coach, that they have never lost a playoff game where they were losing after winning after a period. And he goes, "That's a stupid stat." I'm like, "Why? They don't blow games."
It is stupid that somebody comes up with that. Like, the same thing here is like, who is taking the time to go through all the research and be like, yeah, Stafford's 1-9 when it's sub
29.9 degrees.
Yeah, on a Tuesday. And
there's a thing called ChatGPT and AI that does that all for you now. So it's very easy to access that. And I don't know. I mean, like Timmy, I kind of do agree with you from like the whole statistics standpoint, because either you're using it to discredit someone else or another team or another player, or you're using it to put that player or team above another team or another player. And it is at a point now where people make up stats like Josh Allen since 2022. Like, okay, you're cherry picking stats. You know what I mean? So I feel like that's where the whole statistical thing gets flawed. But it's like,
and just specific sometimes. Like the specifics of it, where I'm like, this is not going to be something that affects them in like 2 days.
I feel like the weather one's pretty relevant, though.
No, the weather one is relevant.
100%.
I just think it's very layered of like, you have to go through all. But again, ChatGPT. But my point being, I think that Stafford is the elite factor player that it's not going to matter if it's cold, and he's not usually good in the cold. I think he's going to pick them apart. He's going in being like, hey, I gave a close call last week and I did it when it mattered. I'm not doing that this week. Like, I am torching. I could be wrong, because, Chicago is a tough place to play. Soldier Field, one of the last original fields that isn't named after some brand. And I still think that Stafford will pick them apart.
I found it fascinating how quickly he turned it on to pick the Panthers apart when it mattered. Like, the whole second half he couldn't do anything, and then all of a sudden, okay.
Yeah, that's legitimately like what separates good quarterbacks from all-time greats.
All of a sudden he couldn't miss a pass when the fourth quarter.
Yeah,
we literally watched it time and time again with Tom Brady doing stuff like that, where it's just like, you even watch the Falcons Super Bowl game and you could just tell it's just like, it's already over. Like, they were down 28-20, and you're like, yeah, it's over. Like, the Patriots are going to win this.
I knew it was over at that
point. And then the second they win the toss, is like, well, they're not getting the ball back.
Yeah. saying something.
Sorry.
So.
Elite quarterbacks, like the difference is they just need that one drive down the score.
Exactly.
That's all they need.
And they could just, I mean, I think they're going to win the Super Bowl. So going with the Rams.
Well, I can confidently tell you though that even if they were to win on Saturday, when's that game?
The Rams game is
Sunday. It's the final
Sunday
game
at 6:30.
Oh, last game of the
weekend.
weekend.
Well, even if the Rams do win, they will lose to my Seattle Seahawks.
Okay, so I'm glad this came up because I am a huge, and you probably know this by now, that I was one of the few to say Seattle was going to be this good this year. And I want so bad for them to be able to beat the Rams. I just don't think it's going to happen. I think that like, here's my biggest worry about Seattle is that Sam Darnold turns into Jets rookie year Sam Darnold and throws 3 interceptions in the first half, and there's no coming out of it.
Well, I think one counterpoint to that, and I do feel the same way because, I mean, we've seen Darnold crumble. He crumbled in the playoffs last year. He crumbled in the game for the NFC North last year against Detroit in Week 18. Yeah. We've seen him crumble, but two things about that. One, we also saw him not crumble, and we also saw him come from behind and beat the Rams on Thursday Night Football. So he's kind of proven that, if he gets in that mode, he's a really good quarterback. And
absolutely.
Secondly, I think Lumen Field is just such a hard place to play. Like, it is rocking.
It definitely
you
is.
Already
you got
know.
the 12th man and everything because they're so loud. I get that. But I don't know. I just feel there is not going to be anyone stopping the Rams at this point because they're probably in their head like, hey, Carolina almost beat us. Let's make sure we don't risk that again. But go ahead. What was your point, Tyler?
My point overall was that I feel like over the past, 18 weeks, and I mean, I was one of those big Seahawks believers too. I was like, how the hell are they plus 850 to win the division? They have the worst odds to win that division. What is this? I'm putting my whole house on it. And it comes to a point to where they were still underdogged for so long. Like, even after they lost to the Niners in Week 1, that was a game that Seattle just completely outplayed them in. And they just made 100%. So many mistakes. Ever since that game, Seattle's been almost flawless besides the one game against the Rams. And by the way, the first meeting, Darnold threw 4 interceptions. He had 3 in the first half. They lost by 2 on the road. If Darnold doesn't throw, even if he doesn't have, if he has 3 interceptions, they win that game. If he has 2 interceptions, they're probably winning convincingly. If he doesn't have any interceptions, they win by double digits. I mean, there are levels to this. And big question is, can Mike McDonald outcoach Sean McVay? In my opinion, he has twice already. He's already outcoached Shanahan twice already. He has outcoached the 2 best coaches in the NFL, arguably, 4 times this year.
Well, I will say one thing. It's already tough. It's already tough to beat a guy like Sean McVay once. To beat him twice in 1 year, I don't see that happening.
I gotta say, just to not discredit you by any means, Tyler, one of my least favorite arguments is, well, we beat them in the regular season, so why wouldn't we be able to beat them now? It's
right.
Like,
my point though on that is more so we saw how bad the Seahawks looked in the first half of that Thursday night game when they were losing by like double, or they were only down by like 4, but in the third quarter they were
looked
down by
crap.
18. They looked like crap, but they still won. And same with the first meeting between them when they lost. They looked like crap, and they almost won on the road, which is a harder game to win. Both of the games this year, if now I hate the whole if thing, but it's like Seattle at home, well rested. Now they very well could come out flat and get their ass kicked by the Niners if we're being fully transparent here. Now it's gonna be harder because they don't have Kittle or anything, but they could come out flat. But if they don't come out flat, if they look sharp like how they did to end the season, I really don't see another team better than the Seahawks right now. And the whole coaching argument thing, like, we beat them in the regular season, we can beat them again. Yeah, I agree with you. My point, though, is just Seattle, at their worst, are only like a field goal game away from beating the Rams And then even when they look really bad for, 3 quarters, that fourth quarter when they looked great, and the Rams still looked good. They still put up points in that second half. I think they had 2 or 3 touchdowns or something like that.
Yeah, it was a shootout.
They still found a way to win. So I think good teams always find ways to win. Now, I do have a lot of worries about Sam Darnold, obviously, as a quarterback, because I've seen him choke before. But I feel like it's going to be different this time, being at home rather than a meaningless game in the middle of Arizona against the Vikings or the Rams or whoever they played last year. The Rams, excuse me. Darnold was on the Vikings. But I don't know. Those are my 2 cents. I like Seattle a lot, and I'm not going to, turn my back on them now. I'm going to defend them, even if my take looks outrageous after they lose to the Niners this week. But I don't know. I'm here for it.
Would you say I'm turning my back on Seattle? Because I don't think I am.
No, you had them winning the division. You had nothing saying about them winning the Super Bowl, so you
Yes.
can you
If
don't have
Seattle
to
wins
ride
the
them.
Super Bowl, I'm
Glorious.
getting a JSN jersey.
It's funny. I said a few weeks ago to my brother that, and where we never buy jerseys of other teams, I said that if
I don't
Jackson
have it.
Smith and Jigba manages to win OPOY, which he probably will, I will seriously consider getting his jersey.
Yeah, I can respect that. I
That's
mean,
what I
it would be
respect.
very
So-
easy for him to do it.
There's
But
something that's very concerning that I've been seeing this week is that I feel like people have been counting out the Niners way too much. And
I'm not.
well,
Nick
we
is
know
not.
because you have a brain, Nick.
Yeah.
I think the thing is that as great as Seattle's defense is, the run game looks great. They're coached very well. I am the believer of until I see it, I won't believe it. And it's really hard for me to pick Seattle to beat a Kyle Shanahan-led offense who just beat the defending champs. I think I'm taking the Niners spread because it's +7, and I think it's going to be a lot closer than everyone thinks just because of how seasoned this team is. And I don't know. I like the Niners, and until I see Darnold put up 300+ and 3+ touchdowns in the playoffs, I'm not going to
Can't
believe
believe in him. Yeah.
it. Yeah.
I understand that.
The Kittle injury worries me a little bit, but I think they're a good team. So.
I think they'll do fine without him.
I mean, Tonjes is a very solid receiver. It's just the blocking aspect
he's a
of
really
Kittle.
good.
Yeah. The blocking
I-
aspect of Kittle will be missed.
That definitely you're right about. Yeah.
George, I agree with you from like I'm taking the spread. I mean, I would too. I don't think there's any blowout potential in this game. Like, I think it's a single-digit win for either team. Just because I don't think Seattle's the type of team to, completely blow out a good team. I mean, they've won convincingly against some pretty good squads this year, but they haven't won. Like, their blowouts are against the Cardinals twice this year and, the Saints,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Where their defense had 2 touchdowns. So I don't think Purdy makes those mistakes, but at the same time, Purdy very well could have 2 interceptions, one of those 3 interceptions game where he's just rattled and he doesn't have his go-to guy there.
And
Mike
it'll
McDonald
be time
knows how
for mine and Nick's yearly text about how we discussed Brock Purdy is not elite.
I don't think
He's not
anyone has
elite,
ever
but he's
said
very,
Brock
very
Purdy
good.
is
He's very
Yes,
good. We agree. We just
Yeah.
some people act like he's like.
He's better than Jalen Hurts.
I agree with that fully.
I mean, in terms of accuracy, yeah.
Just
right,
as a quarterback.
I have a fun activity for you guys here. So with the
Let me hear
8
it.
teams, remaining in the playoffs, let's rank the active quarterbacks.
Okay.
So we have Allen, we have Nix, we have Stroud, we have May, we have Purdy, we have Darnold, we have Stafford, and Caleb.
All right. I'm already going to throw this out here. Number 1's Allen. It's pretty obvious.
Mm-hmm.
Number 2 is Stafford.
I might
I
swap
was
them.
I was gonna
That's hard to
Go-
argue. I can't put
sorry.
May over him.
I was gonna go to Stroud in last.
Yeah.
That was
I'm
my
gonna-
first
I'm
thought.
going to be honest. Until I would agree with that. I don't think Stroud wasn't even needed last game.
No,
and they
he
still
wasn't.
easily won. It was pretty.
Well, you know what I will say is it's not even necessarily that he wasn't needed more than he cannot play that way throughout the entire playoffs.
No, they'll
Your
never
defense isn't gonna-
sniff the Super Bowl
Yeah.
if he plays like that.
What do you have? 3 turnovers,
Mhm.
right? And that defense is just
fumble
so
and 2
good.
picks.
It's absurd. That defense is wild, dude. Like, it almost is giving me vibes, except it's not as bad. But when
2016 Broncos?
No. Bears in 05, when they had Rex Grossman at the
Yeah.
helm and they went
That
to
was
the
also
Super
a different
Bowl.
time where a defense like that can take you to the Super Bowl.
Remember the Bears are who we thought they were.
Yeah.
We let them
I mean,
off.
why can't the Texans
Run the
take Stroud for
table?
this year? I mean, so I was talking about this on my show earlier this week with Jake, and I was like, CJ Stroud, if he has 0 turnovers, and if he has a 60% completion percentage, 200 plus yards, and a passing touchdown or 2, all they need to do in that game is score 20 points. And in my opinion, they will win. Because, one, we saw what the Patriots looked like against a good defense and a good defensive coordinator. Last week against the Chargers, they had, 16 points? It was 3-0 at half or 6-3 at half, something like that. And this Texans defense is significantly better than the Chargers defense. I think there is a legitimate 50-50 chance that the Texans win. And I honestly said that I like the Texans more than the Patriots. I think it's really hard.
I'm going to be honest.
young
It's going to be the toughest of hills to climb for them because no Nico Collins. They can't stretch this field. And the Patriots defense is I'd say as of right now in the playoffs, is the 3rd best defense in the playoffs.
Behind Denver and Houston.
Behind Denver and Houston. I'd put Seattle at 4th.
You put Seattle at 4.
Yes.
I would
really
put Seattle at 4.
Wow.
New England does not allow yards. They don't allow things to happen. They don't. Outside of playing the Bills, there's no team that's really done anything amazing against the Patriots. And when you're looking at the quarterbacks, I'm putting Drake May ahead of Stroud at the end of the day.
I'm putting Drake May ahead of
I'm putting the run game.
them.
I'm putting the run game ahead of Houston. And as of right now, with no Nico Collins, I'm putting the Patriots receiving game. The only thing the Texans have on the Patriots is a better defense overall and a better secondary. That's it.
Secondary, I think, is going to be
as long as
issues.
Drake May doesn't make a mistake, a big mistake. I think they win this game. So we're going too far off track. Yeah. Let me finish my ranking of the quarterbacks. So I got number one, Josh Allen. Number 2, Matthew Stafford. Number 3, this is going to surprise a lot of people.
It's Drake May.
It's not Drake May. All right, relax.
That is the surprising part.
Oh my God, he's gonna say Bo Nix. I'm gonna leave the room.
Number 3 is Brock Purdy, because he's done it before. Outside of an arm injury in the NFC Championship, he should have been to 2 Super Bowls. He's a winning quarterback, and he's good. He's not elite, but he's very good. Number 4, you guys are going to all freak out about this one, and I know it. Are you ready for this one, Tim?
Is it Sam Darnold?
It's not Sam Darnold. Number 4 is Drake May.
Yeah.
Number 4 is Drake May.
So let me
because
just say,
he's
why are we going to freak out about
I don't know, because Timmy's a big Patriots hater.
No,
Timmy's a big Patriots hater.
Yes, I am. But I will tell you this. And I texted it in the chat, when May found the open lane and ran for however long that was last week, I was like, they got another damn winner. It's literally uncanny that it was 4 years maybe they were down, and then all of a sudden they have someone who's going to torture the entire AFC for the next 10 years.
And
you want to know
4 years for the Boston.
You want to know the saddest part? I like that kid, actually.
It's annoying when you like your rival's best player.
I for now.
Number 5, Sam Darnold.
I agree.
Till he proves me wrong and throws 4 interceptions on Sunday, but hopefully not, Sam. Number 6, Caleb Williams. Even though I shit-talked him, he made the big plays. He has the fastest of fastballs I've ever seen in the NFL, ever. His arm talent is insane.
Yeah, he does.
In cold wind, be 30-mile-an-hour wind, he'll be throwing piss missiles through that shit. 7, I got Bo Nix. Until further notice, last year in the playoffs, he crumbled. He is dump off Danny. We'll see what he does.
I'm not sold on Bo Nix.
I'm not sold on Bo Nix.
There's only one left.
I
don't shit on him.
I don't think there's
his 8th.
I don't think there's one person in the world that isn't a Broncos fan that is sold on Bo Nix. I mean, this is a guy.
That's what I was gonna say. Broncos fans are tell me like he's elite and everything, and I'm like, I don't see it.
He is what we on this show like to call a system quarterback. He also has like laziness in him sometimes. I feel like
No, I disagree with that. I don't.
What do you mean?
No,
What
I
do
think
you mean laziness?
I'm not okay. No, not like
his motor?
lazy, as in no, like he doesn't try his hardest sometimes.
He doesn't have to. The defense allows 3 points a game. All he needs to do is get to the 50.
I know, but there's going to come a time
twice.
where your defense isn't going to be covering your ass, and you need to be the quarterback.
This
No, I
week,
agree.
low key.
Yeah, exactly.
Against teams this year that were the Raiders and Jets, the Broncos averaged like 13.5 points a game.
Jets special teams.
He's just
and they
terrible. Won. Yeah, and they've won every game. But yeah, that's why I'm not sold on Knicks. I don't think I ever will be unless he has like a 2012 Joe Flacco-esque playoff run and he has like 9 touchdowns, no picks, 135 passer rating.
I still think Joe Flacco is one of the most overrated quarterbacks of all time.
All right, we're talking about that now.
I was just about to get to my fun. I was just about to get to my surprise, but now you have the floor. You guys.
No, I was just trying to sucker you in. Because
wait. Joe Flacco was never elite. That was like a whole like gag that like Baltimore Ravens fans were like running with. Joe Flacco's elite after his Super Bowl, got like one of the worst contracts in franchise history. But there was a time. Like a 4-year window. It was when we had Gary Kubiak in 2014 as our offensive coordinator. Flacco from 2010 to 2014 was legitimately he was like a top 8 quarterback. Maybe for certain stretches like a top 5 quarterback. He would not turn the ball over a lot. He was insanely efficient, and he just won football games.
So we're also notorious for saying the NFL peaked as a quarterback society in that era.
I was just gonna say.
So if I start naming names from the 2012 season, I think I can name 10 quarterbacks who are better. But it doesn't mean that Joe Flacco wasn't very good.
Yeah, no, I mean he still won you guys the Super Bowl and everything.
He was a big fish in a really, really, really big pond.
Yeah, exactly.
If 2012 Joe Flacco was in today's NFL, he'd probably be top 8.
Yeah, definitely.
I think Flacco hate. I will never take Flacco hate. I'll always stand up for that guy. I mean, dude,
when he was with the Jets, he was
year.
stoned half the time out there.
Are you a Jets fan, Timmy?
I am a Jets fan, yes.
So we have a Jets fan and we have a Giants fan.
2 Giants fans and a Jet fan.
He doesn't like when we talk about Eli Manning either.
Yeah, he hates Eli Manning.
I do.
Are you gonna like Arch Manning on the Jets?
No, I don't want Arch. I don't. You know what's sad? I don't even want to like. Well, first off, everybody who's like, yeah, Dante Moore is staying so he doesn't have to get drafted by the Jets. He was going to stay another year anyway.
He was
going to stay another year anyway.
I wouldn't even want him. He stinks.
I don't want him. Yes.
So
I don't want him.
Why would Raiola transfer then to Oregon if Dante Moore was going to stay anyways? That's like the most brain-dead move ever.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know. I think the Jets, they should just go get like a good bridge quarterback, like not a Justin Fields. Like go trade for Kyler. His value isn't anything anymore. Trade for Kyler. Trade back from 2. Trade back from 2.
Trade back from 2. I agree.
Or even just.
But you better get something freaking good out of it. You know what? I don't trust them to do anything right while Woody Johnson still breathes the air we breathe. So let's move on to your surprise, George, because I'm getting too tight at this.
I have a surprise for everyone.
Yeah, what is the surprise?
God.
A lot of people were in my DMs this past week. They were very angry with me. They were sending me emojis of L because I picked against them. And lo and behold, I'm going to pick against them again because this week in the divisional round, a certain team is going to be moving on to an AFC championship.
Oh, no, it's orange. Oh, God.
The Denver Broncos will be beating the Buffalo Bills at home. And I don't care. The Bills escaped. The Jags beat themselves. The Broncos are going to win. It's over for you guys, Buffalo. You're not having this scripted Disney-esque magical Josh Allen ring run. It's not happening. I'm telling you. I don't care. You're not winning with Brandon Cooks as your wide receiver 2, all right, in 2026. It's over. The clock's going to strike midnight. Ding dong. End of story. Josh Allen's done. I don't care. That's it.
I'd rather see Josh Allen win than the Broncos.
So would I, because the Broncos have so much time.
I do think the Broncos are a better team, though.
Yeah, no, and I think that the Broncos are going to win.
To be fair, I also said the Jags were going to win the AFC, so what do I know?
Yeah. What do you know? My team I picked to win the AFC last week is still my team to pick to win the AFC. So I am yeehawing. I don't know what's a Bronco noise.
Let's ride.
Broncos country, let's ride. That's my pick this week. That's my bet of the week. Broncos -1.5.
Who would have thought? But like the terrible Russ signing would be fixed so easily.
Yeah, that's what good franchises do.
Well, I know what's funny. We were talking, your jersey just reminded me of it. This kind of actually reminds me of that Super Bowl team because Peyton Manning was not good that last Super Bowl run.
Yeah.
That last Super Bowl run, remember, was that when he lost his job midway through the season to Brock Osweiler?
Yeah.
He just did the job he had to do by the playoffs.
Yeah.
But
exactly.
I don't recall him being special in the playoffs. But that's kind of what Bo Nix could do.
Yeah.
It's he could be solid enough.
I think so.
Their path is very easy now that the Bills kind of won, because I don't think the Bills aren't that good of a team. And I'm going to see all these Bills fans clipping that. I don't think your team's that good. You have the best quarterback in the world, and that's about it. Your coach
Watch
stinks.
your mouth.
Your coach stinks. Your secondary is pretty good. I will say that, because they're I'm pretty sure they're top 5. Your front seven's okay. You have one of the best running backs in the world, and your O-line's very, very good. But your receivers stink, and your coach is an idiot, and you're not a Super Bowl team. So get over it. All right, Buffalo, enough DMing me and enough commenting L from the freaking Jaguars like I'm a Jaguars fan. They all thought I was a Jaguar
Well, they
fan.
thought we were Seahawks fans, too.
Yeah.
Remember?
They just think you're always some sort of fan opposing their team.
No, I just remember the one guy commented when we were talking, we did the video on how Sam could potentially be MVP, and then he blew up the comments. He was like, not after all those turnovers, not after this, not after that. And we commented back, we were like, we're not even Seahawks fans.
And they always get George's jerseys wrong.
Yeah.
They're always coming from a Vikings fan, and it's the LSU jersey.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. That's my favorite.
They said 49ers too, when you had your Red Giants jersey on, right?
Yeah, what did they call it?
They called it Kyle Williams.
Oh yeah, they called it they thought it was a Niners jersey when I was wearing my Eli 10.
The red one.
Yeah,
they're like, oh wow, you're wearing a Kyle Williams Niners jersey.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Kyle Williams.
When the Giants logo's right here.
I know.
Literally.
It's crazy.
What were you gonna say, Tyler?
I want to give George and the rest of the VSP crew some props. I haven't really yet hit the level to where people will send me hate mail calling me an idiot. That's usually just in my comment section. So for that, I applaud you guys. You have officially made it. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I hope that this newfound fame doesn't change the very well-grounded men that you guys are. So
why thank you. I like to think of myself.
So Tyler, who are you picking?
In the Broncos Bills?
Yes.
I hate this. I hate this. Oh, you're pressuring me. You know what? I hate this because I don't hate him. I just hate the people. I just think the Bills are going to win. I do feel like it's destiny for Josh. I mean, he beat him last year. Now the Broncos have a chance to be like, oh, you eliminated us last year. Now it's our revenge story, yada, yada, yada. But it would be so Josh Allen just to go in there, walk him down, have 350-4, and they win 35 to 21 or something. So I do think Josh is due. And I also think that the pressure is rising in Buffalo. They're going to lose Joe Brady most likely. I think McDermott is on the hot seat if he doesn't make a Super Bowl this year. I think that with all that pressure, I think that Josh Allen, in the biggest moments, he shows up. There are very few quarterbacks that do that, and Josh Allen is one of them. I think Josh Allen does show up, and even with Brandon Cooks as his wideout 2 and Mr. Cookie Man Keon Coleman at wideout 1, I don't think that matters at the end of the day. Run the ball 20 times with James Cook, and even if you get 2 yards to carry for the first quarter, keep doing it. That's how you're going to win on the road, and then you take your shots later in the game. Defense will get a turnover or 2. I don't know. I just feel like the script is for a Bills-Patriots AFC Championship.
George, the Dodgers just signed Kyle Tucker.
No, they didn't.
You're
fucking
You're
lying.
serious, Nick?
No, I'm not. What? I'm dead serious. That just popped up on my phone, and I felt like I had to interrupt.
No fucking way.
Wait, what?
Holy shit. They did it.
Lock it out.
Short-term
Strike
deal.
right now.
What?
Oh my God, wait. Look at this too. The Tampa Bay, Cincinnati, and the Angels are in agreement that'll send Josh Lau to the Angels, Gavin Lux
To the Angels.
To the Angels.
Yep, Angels, and Brock Burke to the
Why?
Reds.
Why do you need him?
They don't.
Why? Dude, can this league seriously just fuck off? Genuinely? Can all 29 teams just be like, all right, we don't want to play? Like, what the fuck's the point?
That's what they're gonna do. They're gonna do that eventually. They're gonna be like, this is not baseball. You're just letting every major player go there so they could win a ring.
Dude, the Yankees lead the league in interested ins and trade offers. Yet
Hey,
they
you have
can't
Ryan
get
Weathers.
one.
Just be happy with it.
Oh, wow. I'm so excited.
Watching.
Our bullpen got worse. Our team fucking sucks. And Anthony Volpe is still our shortstop, who fucking sucks. And our manager is still Aaron Boone.
So what I'm hearing is that the Orioles are winning the East.
Yeah, you got Alonso. You got the best home run hitter outside of Judge in the East.
Dude, I'm still kind of in awe about the Dodgers. They have Shohei leading off. They have Mookie at the 2-hole, Freddie at the 3, Teoscar at the 4, Freddie at the 5, and they still have a top 5 farm system in baseball. And they have the best rotation in baseball, second best.
But see, there comes a point where it's like,
they have an ultimate team.
Yeah,
literally.
It's literally an ultimate team, and the rest of the
they
players and the owners are going to be like, yeah, you know what? This is not what baseball is, okay? All you're doing is throwing money at people to go and win a ring, and they have endless money because they're the fucking Dodgers. I mean,
that honestly just ruined my night.
I probably wouldn't be as pissed.
I didn't even want him to go to I didn't even want him as bad on the Yankees. It's just like, you couldn't go anywhere else.
The Mets needed him.
Now, where would you play him?
I don't know. Just we need another.
So hold on, I gotta make this point. All these Met fans that wanted Kyle Tucker, where were you gonna put him? You're gonna put him in right field, then you're gonna put Soto at DH. You got a $700 million DH.
Honestly, it wouldn't surprise me if they did that. It's not that I want.
I mean, you can also put Tucker in left.
Soto is already on his way to being DH. I think.
You guys are a joke.
I'm not saying we're not, but I just can picture within the next 2 years, Soto is going to be a DH.
That's embarrassing.
You don't see that?
No.
No?
Why? Unless he is so atrociously bad that it kills them.
It's just like,
I know he's not the greatest fielder, but I feel like he can play the position enough where they don't care. I feel like he would have to actually be hurting the team out there.
Yeah. Okay. Fair point.
I'm just so over this.
No, this is why baseball viewership is dropping drastically.
George, I sent George into a spiral.
Dude, it's just stupid.
It is.
It makes me just not want to watch the sport. It's just dumb.
I'm not gonna.
The 162 games means nothing. Means nothing until that team's eliminated.
Yep. And
they're not gonna get eliminated.
No. They're gonna win a third in a row.
It just makes me not care. It's just like, wow, the Yankees will somehow watch the Yankees actually make the World Series again this year, and then of course the Dodgers are there waiting for them to beat them. Wow, sick. Oh, I got Garrett Cole starting game 1. Oh, he's got to get out Freddie Freeman, Mookie Betts, and Shohei Ohtani. Oh, you got through the first inning. Guess who you got to face? Teoscar Hernandez, Kyle Tucker, and I can't even fucking think.
Freddie Freeman.
I already said Freddie Freeman. I'm just.
They still have Max Muncy, who's getting paid a shit ton of money. Tommy Edman, Haesung Kim.
Yep, Tommy. They got Tommy Edman for peanuts, and he's so good.
Well, Tommy Edman also wasn't shit really that year that he was on the Cardinals and then he got traded. Then everyone who goes to the Dodgers becomes an absolute fucking god. You want to know what's going to happen now, though,
They also
Timmy?
got Diaz. Don't forget.
Yeah, Edwin, fuck that, yeah. Well, now the Mets are going to give like $200 million to Cody Bellinger and all will be okay.
He might as well just sign with the Dodgers again.
Excuse me?
He might as well just sign with the Dodgers again.
He probably will. He'll be like, hey, I could
Just,
get another.
why doesn't everyone just go to the Dodgers? Just make them the
That's
Avengers.
what's happening.
Make them the
what's
Los
happening.
Angeles Avengers.
It's so wait, how long do we think they even make it through the season without there being a lockout?
Well, the hearing's not till next year.
Oh, okay, then yeah, then yes, they do.
But there's no chance there's not a lockout.
Yeah,
I would say
it's very impending.
What's the point of even getting better if there's a team like that in the league?
Exactly. This is like what you said, Nick, a few weeks ago, that all the small market teams are just like being farmed by the big names.
Yeah, but this is like
no,
on a whole other scale.
Ridiculous.
Look at the Pirates. They got Paul Skeens, who's pretty much outwardly saying,
Yankee.
I want to be a Yankee.
Yeah.
What, as an owner, why would you be like, why would I go out and spend money on players when my best player isn't going to stay here long term? When I already make money anyways, so why would I go out and spend extra money? That's what kills the league.
Exactly. It's the motive isn't there anymore either, because you just know the impending doom that even if you get to the World Series, you're facing the Dodgers, who are literally a 99 overall.
they're owned by like a super corporation, pretty much, with like the ownership they have. It's just a bunch of billionaires.
Yeah. It's
George, you made a comment. It was like, what's the point of spending money if you're just going to get rinsed in the World Series by the Dodgers? I mean, the Blue Jays got there and they barely spent shit last offseason outside of like trading for Shane Bieber at the deadline. They traded for Andres Jimenez. He signed Santander, who didn't even play for them really, and they still took him. They still took him to 7. I mean, like, it doesn't really matter at least for us AL teams, Yankees, Orioles, Mets. It's a different story. You're not going to beat the Dodgers in the wild card or in the divisional series, but like, you're an AL team, and if you get to the World Series, especially teams in the AL East, you have a chance at beating them in a 7-game series. Now, are you? Probably not. But look at what the Blue Jays did, and they didn't really spend anything last year. They spent a shit ton this year.
Well, the Blue Jays were the perfect team to beat them. The Yankees will never beat them in a 7-game series just because of how their lineup is set up. The Blue Jays were scrappy. They had the right hitters hot at the right time, and they don't strike out.
Same with the Rangers. Same with the Rangers in 23.
Yeah. So a team like the Yankees, who even if they're hot, they're still striking out a lot, will never, ever, 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 ever in a billion years beat the Dodgers in a 7-game series.
So why do you get so mad about that World Series if they were never going to beat them?
I said as of today. As of today. All right.
Nick is low key the best rage baiter out of
As of today. That series would have been 7 if our manager had a brain.
Manager thing, and then
What are you alluding to? Game 1?
Yes.
Game 1.
Yeah, he is.
Game 1 and Game 5. That's more on the
I
players.
don't think Game 5 was a managerial error.
Yeah, no, that's all on the players. That's the
Game 1
disaster
sure.
at the first base and the judge drop ball
ball
all in
drop.
one inning.
But they also had very minimal high leverage arms to throw in like the 10th inning in Game 1. Like, who were you going to put in? Luke fucking Weaver?
So
They had Yarborough, or what the fuck his name was.
Tim
Ryan
Hill.
Yarborough?
Tim Hill, who was fucking.
So Tim Hill was like the one guy they wanted to bring in because he neutralized lefties, but they went with Nestor Cortez instead.
Right.
Mhm.
I mean, Tim Hill
hadn't
throws like
pitched since
88
August.
mile per hour.
August.
Yeah, that was a question mark. But, I mean, I guess at that point you put your better player on the mound, and I guess Nestor's better than Tim Hill.
Yeah, but he hasn't pitched in months.
Right. But, like, do you really want to put out a 36-year-old when bases are loaded?
Yes.
Like,
I'm not even a Yankee fan, and I thought
I'm
one
not
of
putting
the
out
dumbest
per
things.
hour.
If you
Nestor
can
was
find
never
me-
that
If you can
bad,
find me a
man.
year
Like, he was a
Nestor
good-
closed more than 5 games, I'll prove myself wrong. When has Nestor ever closed a game, let alone a fucking World Series game?
Well, in the playoffs, you do that, especially in the World Series. You throw your starters in the 8th, 9th,
Yeah,
10th.
guys like Chris Sale and Garrett Cole, not Nestor Cortez.
Well, you and no one else
Cortez.
better. But dang.
Sounds like you have a mouthful of syrup, George.
Yeah.
Measure Cortez.
You know, there's one thing I do love is just how delusional Yankee fans are too. I can't take it.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to get lower because I'm yelling too much.
His energy.
I'm starting to lose my already lost voice.
Yeah.
But
Maybe we should move on.
we will, because we got some more fun stuff to talk about. But
Fun stuff.
we are such a delusional fan base. The fact that they think this team, there's guys on Twitter so excited for this season. Oh my God, I can't wait for this season.
Hold on.
Who-
The Tucker contract, for those wondering, was 4 years, $240 million.
That's a gross underpay for him.
Why?
What?
Because
That's
he wants
$60 million a year is a
It's $60
gross
million a year,
underpay.
bro.
3 years.
4 years.
Oh,
240.
Okay. Whoops, my bad.
That is ridiculous.
It's all right. He left math in 12th grade.
I did.
It's okay. No one's judging.
And
That's-
George quietly is, but it's okay. I
I-
know.
Oh,
I
it
hate
includes
this.
an opt-out after the second year, which is interesting. But I
Did
doubt he's going to
Did
let
they defer any money?
Sick league.
not anything as of right now. But
No,
Tucker
they
would
will.
also be a moron for leaving $120 million on the table. I mean, they aren't even paying Shohei his $70 million or whatever it is yet. Like, he's making $6 million this year,
Yeah,
and he's
he's
making
not getting paid. till
$100
he,
million.
he retires, then he'll get paid.
Right.
I hate this team. With all
So is Blake Snell, right? He's another deferred contract.
Isn't it so cute? Blake Snell and Glasnow were teammates, and now they're like, let's go reunite on the Dodgers and win free championships. Fuck you. Fuck you.
That's the
Genuinely.
second highest annual value in history behind Shohei. He was, what, like $70 million a year?
Fucking sick of
Yeah.
this fucking team, bro. I can't take it. All right, moving on. I'm done with the MLB.
Yay. You were getting a little too heated.
Dude, it's fucking stupid.
No, I agree
I
with
like
you.
the sport, and I love playing fantasy baseball, and I love watching other teams. But now it's just like, what's the point? They're going to lose to the Dodgers in the World Series anyways.
Dodgers are rage baiting George.
Yeah, they know. They saw our videos.
Fuck the Dodgers, bro. And fuck their fans. Fuck their stadium. Fuck their city.
They have a nice stadium, actually.
You been?
Yeah.
Fuck you too.
Moving on.
Yeah, what do we got next?
Texans and Patriots.
Didn't we talk about that?
I'm losing my mind. I'm just losing my mind.
What about John Harbaugh to the?
Yes. Thank
Giants.
you, Nick.
Good, because I have some
Oh my
opinions
God.
on this too.
We have the perfect guy for
So-
a scouting report there.
Yeah.
For those of you who don't know, John Harbaugh is now the head coach of the New York Giants. There is a light at the end of the tunnel, ladies and gentlemen. And I wrote on the board because last time I wrote something on this board, it came to fruition. I said Jalen Hurts is not good. And I named the 15 quarterbacks that would have 11 wins on the Eagles. And lo and behold, he got embarrassed in the playoffs. So now, the reveal. John Harbaugh will now be the first coach in NFL history to win 2 Super Bowls with 2 different teams as a head coach.
Are you kidding?
That's ballsy.
I'm not
First
kidding.
off, all right.
I'm not kidding.
How about put your stupid board down? How about I give my
That's
opinions
good.
on
Oh,
this
that's
first?
good.
Because I've been hearing
That's
Giant fans on the radio slurp this guy's ass all day. So
Okay, weirdo.
I don't know. I'm angry. So first off,
Well, that's
we have
good.
talked relentlessly about how John Harbaugh is, and I'm not pulling a Barafka and being like, why would you want him if you think he sucks? Like, I understand the whole process and everything. He hasn't won anything in like 15 years. Okay. So you can say all you want. Yeah, he always has this good team and blah, 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 blah. I don't believe it. I believe that the front office is the best front office in the NFL and that a lot of their success came from that. They kept getting more and more talent. Okay. So also another thing about you Giant fans, your hailing of Jackson Dart as like the second coming of Christ is getting ridiculous. All right. The only thing he's proven that he can really be good at is getting concussions. And you have Neighbors who I liked, but his attitude is not good. Okay. To be like, well, if I'm feeling it week 1. If I'm not, I'm not. It's like, get your head out of your ass, bro. You had an entire year off. Okay. The team is going to need you. And also, your running back, Scatterboo, he's going to last another 2 years until he gets seriously injured.
Yeah, and in those 2 years, he'll be hoisting
No,
Super
you
Bowl.
won't. Because I think that this is going to be one of the greatest collapses ever. There is going to be nothing for the Giants next year. It's going to be injury this, injury that.
What's wrong with you?
I said I'm sorry. I like Jackson, but this is just what I think. There's going to be so many problems. You guys are not going to go anywhere. In fact, you're going to, you'll probably make the playoffs and just completely fail. The thing that's getting me the most is that you all of a sudden automatically think this means Super Bowl, and that you're such an ass. You think it automatically means Super Bowl, and all this, like, I'm sorry, I like Jackson Dart. I do think he's going to be good, but everybody who's like, Jackson Dart this, Jackson Dart that, blah, 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 I'm like, okay, cool. He played like 12 games and he got 2 concussions. Is that not worrying to you?
No.
Yeah, it is.
It is.
Yeah,
But
I mean,
he'll be better coached now.
Okay, you could make that point, but again, I'm going to stand by that. I think John Harbaugh was not what made the Ravens so good for all that time. And I think you guys are going to learn pretty quickly that he's not going to do as much for you as you think.
I mean, since 2006, how many times did they miss the playoffs?
They haven't, but again, you're not listening to my point.
But my thing is I want stability. I've said this over and over. Bring in a coach who knows how to win. I just want stability. I want to know going to next year, at minimum, we're winning 8 games. Minimum.
Well,
So-
I'd say that, yeah, if people...
I want to
can
compete for the
stay
division.
in.
I want week 15, 16, 17 to be, all right, if we win 2 of these 3, we can win this division. Not, oh, we need to lose all 3 of these to get the number 1 pick. I'm fucking sick of doing that.
Oh,
With John Harbaugh,
welcome to my world.
with John Harbaugh, that's what he brings to the table because he does not lose. He's a winner.
We will see how it goes. I just think everybody is so jacked up and excited about it and think Super Bowl within the next 2 years. And it's just out of this fucking world that everybody is screaming like that. I have a new, like a renewal of my hate for the Giants now.
I know it's hard. It's hard when you've never experienced it, but we know what it's like.
I will literally take this and bash you in the head, bro. I don't care if you're half sick or whatever.
All right, Tyler. Let me hear your opinion.
Do you want the professional opinion now?
I want
Which
the
one do you want
professional
first?
one.
Which one do you want first?
You know what? I want the biased one first, and then
All right.
professional.
John Harbaugh was 2 plays away from being 2, not 1, but 3 Super Bowls. The Zay Flowers fumble on the goal line. Baltimore would have won that game. He scored.
No. Come on.
I promise
They were
you.
down
Get your head
10.
out of
They
your
were down
ass.
10,
They were down
Tyler.
10. Don't even try.
Did you see
Billy Cundiff,
the
I'll give you.
Yes, that I agree with.
the defense? The defense, after the first drive of the game, allowed 10 points for the final 55 minutes of that football.
I know, which is why
If-
Lamar's the biggest choke because he couldn't do anything with that.
We also ran the ball 2 times in the second half when we were only
Yeah,
down
that was
by
pretty stupid. That's
Yeah.
cool of Harbaugh,
It
right?
was. Yeah. So, but my point though is that like they were there were a lot of plays in Ravens history that if it went in our favor, Harbaugh probably would be a multi-time Super Bowl head coach. But
Now, yeah, go ahead.
yeah, he would have. I mean, I sorry, respectfully, I think we probably would have beaten you guys in 2011. George.
Well, that was the one I was going to ask. But was it not?
I will say I was a lot less confident if the Ravens would have won. I was very confident that when the Patriots won because we
the
already
whole
beat
Eli
we already
Manning
beat them
kryptonite
in New
thing.
England. And that too, yes. It's
Yeah.
because we're in their heads
Timmy,
of like
hey, Timmy hates that standpoint. We already beat them earlier, so we can do it again. He
Yeah,
hates that whole
thank
thing.
you. I was gonna say it, and then I was like, I already said my piece. So thank you, Tyler. We're
My
now
point
best
though
friends.
is, yeah, awesome. Tease, stand up, but I don't know. I think Harbaugh, it's like he is a really good head coach, like a very, very good head coach, but he can't adapt. He has failed to adapt. He would have been jobless if Lamar Jackson didn't save his job in 2018. We were 4-5. He was about to get fired. Then they started their 32 overall pick, and he ended up winning 6 out of the next 7 games. We honestly should have beaten the Chiefs that game too. He could have gone 7-0, and he got his job saved because Lamar had an MVP, and they went 14-2. If Lamar hadn't have come in and performed like that, we played the Raiders, we played the Bengals, like we were playing some, but like the Bucks when they were bad with JMO, we played some bad teams. And if Lamar didn't play well, which some of us expected him not to, Harbaugh would have been jobless by then, and he would have been the Ravens head coach for the past 7 years. But his job has been saved multiple times. But that doesn't, mean that he's not a good head coach. He is, but he has failed to adapt. And I am worried that once again, he is going to fail to adapt. I'm worried that he's going to bring in a bad defensive coordinator. If you get Anthony Weaver or Zach Orr, that is absolutely hilarious. Todd Monken is good, but have fun abandoning the run in the fourth quarter. There were a lot of things that Harbaugh's, coaching tree do wrong. They do more good than they do bad, but the bad is really bad stuff, and it's costed us multiple Super Bowl appearances. And it's at a point where I'm honestly happy that he's gone. But for the Giants standpoint, and this is still me being biased, they got a great head coach that is going to change that culture. Now, with that being said, this is my professional opinion. The Giants haven't won 10 games in a decade. They haven't won their division in 15 years. They haven't won 12 games in 18 years. They have 6 10-plus win seasons this millennium. The Giants have just been a very, very bad franchise. They are 87 and 145 over the last 15 years since David Tyree's catch. Like, this is not a very good franchise, and I do think that Harbaugh, he's not going to come in and win the Giants a Super Bowl in over the next 2 years. It is not happening because of his failure to adapt and to adjust. They won't do it because of that. Now, with that being said, if the Giants win 8 or 9 games next season, that's an improvement. If they win 10 games following year, that is an improvement. I don't think you're going to see the Giants be the best team in the NFC unless Dart becomes this otherworldly talent, unless they have a very, very good offensive line. Right. I mean, I think he could be a very good quarterback. I mean, I think he has top 8 potential, but it's like, is he really going to be, in 2 years, is he really going to be better than Allen or Lamar or May or Daniels or just all those guys? They're such a big group
Jaden
of
Daniels,
good
maybe. I don't know. Man can't stay healthy.
I still believe in Jaden, but my point, though, is just like, even if Dart becomes this really, really good quarterback, they have to invest in the offensive line to keep him healthy. That's like the big thing, keeping him and Scat healthy. And Timmy, I agree with you on that. He is going to be an injury-prone quarterback if he doesn't learn how to protect himself. And I mean, everyone was saying that same exact thing about my quarterback when he got drafted or when he played his rookie year. He's going to get injured, and he's never had a significant knee injury or anything. But and also playing at MetLife too doesn't help either.
Yeah, with the turf.
Right. But I think next season, if the Giants, they won how many games this year? 3 or 4? 4?
4.
If they double their win total and go 8-9, that is a huge improvement. The following year, if they can increase their win total by 1 or 2 games, huge improvement. But I do think at some point with Harbaugh as a head coach, it kind of does put a ceiling on you a little bit. It raises your floor significantly, but it kind of puts a ceiling on you because you're going to lose games that you shouldn't. And Giants kind of already had that issue this year a couple times, Saints, Broncos. So unless he comes in and changes the culture to how he did in 2006, which was 2 decades ago, I don't think Harbaugh is going to have that same reach to his players than he did 20 years ago. But he's still a great mind. He's a good motivator. And I love the Giants' core, too. I mean, I love Dart, love Neighbors, love Scat, love some of their pieces on defense. It's really fun. I mean, I think
What do
they're
you
gonna be a
think
good
would be
team,
their
but-
best route at 5?
We talked about this last week. I think Downs is a no-brainer.
I agree.
However,
I also think Downs.
I think you look at all the safeties that have fallen over the past decade. Derwin James, from Kyle Hamilton. Those are guys that make defenses significantly better. You kind of need someone like that. He is the 4th best defensive player in football behind Garrett, Micah, and Surtain. I would even arguably put him over Micah. I think that's an argument.
I think Micah was.
I feel like Stingley does more for his, and I think actually no, excuse me. I think Will Anderson's better.
Will Anderson, yeah.
Not Stingley. Will Anderson.
I think that recency bias has a little bit to do with it because of how good that defense has been this year, but it's also their scheme. They run such a basic scheme where they put the right guys into the spots that they think they can succeed in. Like they have the most basic stunts like I've ever seen. Like they'll just grab their linebacker, they'll block the left guard so Will Anderson can come up the middle, someone will hold contain, and they just get sacks like that because of how good those players are up front. But like Kyle Hamilton also as a safety isn't going to get the same amount of respect because he's not getting 15 sacks, and sacks is like the biggest metric that people look at defensively. But he is a lockdown.
He's a field general.
I mean, yeah, he can do everything at an elite level. Tackle, coverage, get to the quarterback. He doesn't commit a lot of penalties. He is like the most well put together football player, like defensive back that I've seen in quite some time. Technically, like you could say like Surtain is a little bit more technical than him, but I don't know. I think Kyle's a beast. But anyways, where was it going with that prior to that? Oh, the whole safety thing. Yeah, Downs is a no-brainer. I think you can move back though, but it's also you don't want to risk that either.
You don't want to
because
risk
I don't think he gets past the
8.
Bengals. I think the Bengals would be a fool not to take him.
Yeah,
Bengals would be a fool not to take any defensive player.
Timmy, who do you want at 2? I mean, I know you want to move back, but who would you move back for?
So honestly, I have to do so much research because I am not a big college person. I always say to the guys that until like March comes around, I have virtually no clue about college. So of course I know like Mendoza and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I just am not a college watcher. And he tried to help me out this year. It just didn't work. Couldn't get into it. Anytime I see someone be able to make a catch with 1 foot in bounds, it pisses me off.
Well,
and-
it's not like you're a scoreboard watch or a stats watcher. Instead, you just got to pass the Timmy eye test. So I mean, throw on some
exactly.
Miami highlights.
You also got to get it. You also got to get a team to be more interested.
Dude, I'm telling you, bro, come support the
LIU.
Vols, man.
Yeah. LIU, we're going to opening week.
Oh,
We
God.
are?
Yeah, we are.
Oh, I guess we are now.
Yeah,
Shout
we
out
are.
LIU. We haven't talked about them in a while.
Played in Ohio.
Yeah,
We don't forget you boys.
of course not. They got us our start. Or yeah, go join the Volunteers.
Blessed the Miami field
Wait, can I
for the
volunteer
season.
to volunteer? To
Yeah.
be a volunteer?
Oh, see, now you're picking it up. We have a catchy song that's stuck in your head for like ever. Rocky Top, you'll always be. It's a whole thing.
I hope it never gets stuck in my head.
No, it
So
just got stuck in my head.
let's finish off with, speaking of college, national titles is Monday. Who do you
Uh-huh.
have winning?
Miami.
That's bold. I think Indiana's gonna whoop their ass.
I got Miami too. I got
Oh
Miami.
my
I'm
God.
pretty sure I said Miami earlier.
You
in the-
did.
Why? Because they got the porn star magic.
Okay, well, we didn't want to bring that up.
Well, that's just another aspect. Of it.
Yeah, that's just a plus.
No, you asked me weeks ago, what do you guys think? And I just randomly said Miami.
You
and
did.
Now they're here.
He did.
You did. He did say Miami. I said, you have no dog in this. You guys barely watched. Just name a team. And I gave him all the teams, and Nick said Miami.
Yeah, Nick, you have to stick with it, man. I mean, if you called it 2-3 weeks ago, you gotta ride with the guys.
Also,
I
to
am.
piss off our friend Thomas, who's a Notre Dame fan, it would be funny for Miami to win.
Yeah, well, because
What was the
he
thing you sent
said they didn't deserve to be in over Notre Dame, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. What was the thing
Yeah,
you
now look
sent
where they're
him?
at.
It was when they refused the bowl game. You sent like a tweet or something that like really that
It's
like
the something about like when you don't get a champion, just quit or something like
yeah,
that.
something along those lines.
Oh, it's
And-
I AI imaged the play like a champion today, but when you don't make the playoffs, just quit and don't go to the bowl game or something like that.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
all the
that's-
players touching it.
I mean,
Yeah.
he gets mad at everything.
And then I got kicked from the chat, which is like a weekly occurrence in that chat.
I feel like it
Oh,
hasn't been in a while.
is this the same chat that you were talking to me when you were being super pessimistic about the Giants and you got kicked out of that one too? Or is that a
No, that's
is that
a
different?
separate Giants chat.
So you just getting kicked out of chats left and right.
He
Okay,
got kicked
okay.
out of that chat
You know
because
what?
he said he was going to root for the Eagles and got booted.
You know what? What we're gonna do in our Let's Talk About It VSP group chat is as soon as George says some bullshit, we're gonna kick him, add him back the day after, and see how many times he can do it in a year. See how many times he gets.
We'll all get angry texts on the side. You guys are now included.
Oh God! All right, I'm with it.
I just think kicking someone from a chat is childish.
What were we finishing on?
I think it's soft.
I think so too. If you can't take it on the chin, then don't be a bitch. Just because I have unlimited ammo doesn't mean you don't. When Thomas
Okay.
has a response, I always have something in response because I have unlimited ammo at all times.
No, Thomas.
Well, once the Texans, Bills, Seahawks, and Bears win this weekend, George, can you make a Sora video of me lapping around the ValleySports podcast studio saying, "I know more ball than you. I know more ball than you. I know more
Yes,
ball
I
than
will.
you."
Yes, I
All right,
will.
sounds good. I love little side bets, and I'll do the same if you go 4 for 4 on yours. Maybe we can do a little Instagram page collab. My team, your team. We'll see who pulls out more points. Maybe guess the correct score, touchdown score. We could do something freaky.
All I'm
Pause.
saying, the U.
It's all about the you.
You're picking
It's
the
all
U.
about the
I'm
you.
picking the U. I hate Miami, but
So wait. So actually, we'll do that right now. Wait. So Tyler, go through the divisional round games. What teams do you have? And
I got. I'm assuming I can't change these if you have second thoughts tomorrow morning. You know what? Fuck
Well,
it.
I mean,
I'm gonna stand by. I got Bills. I got Texans. I got Seahawks. I got Bears.
wow, he's pretty much opposite of me and Nick
yeah.
and you, right? Or do
I
you
mean, I have Seahawks winning,
okay?
and I have the Texans winning.
Oh, okay. So maybe we could do. Maybe me and Nick could do a me and Nick versus you two
Oh yeah.
type thing because me and Nick, you have Niners too, right? Yeah. So yeah, we can do that.
What's at stake?
Losers have to sign with the Dodgers.
Yeah. Move to LA.
Oh God.
Joni loves Chachi.
Loser has to eat a second Carolina Reaper.
Ha ha. No. See, that is where I quit the podcast.
But this was fun, Tyler.
It's a great time.
Great time. It was
It's always
great
a
talk.
pleasure. Let's do it again.
Of course, I wish Jake
Absolutely.
was here. We need 2 more from Talk About It. Then we can have like a 3v3.
Yeah. Exactly.
Six-man tag.
Tornado.
Well, with that being said,
It was a pleasure.
It was great to
it
have
was
you on,
a great
Tyler.
it was a great time.
you,
Thank you
boys.
so much for coming on, Tyler. And next time we
course.
will be getting everyone from Talking About It Pod, led by this
we're doing
man, Tyler from the University of Tennessee. Go check out Talking About It Pod at Talking About It Pod on TikTok, on YouTube, on Twitter especially. We're not that big on Twitter, but Tyler over here is a big Twitter guy. He's got a lot of followers on Twitter.
Big-
So check him
big
out.
Twitter guy.
Big baseball guy, all Maryland and Baltimore area sports, all that stuff, all that fun jazz. With that being said, till next time, and there will be that next time, this is George from ValleySportsPod. Give me 189 dive. That's a wrap. Episode 23 in the book, the Michael Jordan episode.
Devin Hester episode.
Shout out Devin Hester, another Hall of Famer, one of the greatest kick
The
return,
greatest kick return
One
of
of-
all time.
the greatest kick returns of all time. Wrap it all up. Shout out to the Broncos. We'll see you in the AFC Championship. We're done, Buffalo. We are done with Buffalo. Like they say, we're done with the 90s. We're done with Buffalo Bills. Thank you again, Nick. Thank you again, Timmy. And Timmy, give it to me one more time.
Nick, flip that switch. I guess.
See y'all.
That was
Tyler.
awesome.